Hey everyone, my name is Victoria and I'm with Black Suit Creators, and let's get into this video. So today we're going to talk about how to get into UGC. So let's say you're at the very beginning stages. It doesn't really matter what level you are in your UGC journey. I've helped people through all many different levels, whether you are a content creator, an established creator, or you're brand new. Even though I cater a lot of what I do to brand new people, all of this still applies. So today we're going to be talking mainly about like you're at the very beginning stages of UGC. You watched my first video that I ever posted. That was kind of a little welcome video, but also a little in-depth-ish version of what UGC is. Now you're like, okay, well, what do I do? Where do I get started? Well, first of all, you need to join my free community in Discord. I'm going to have a bunch of free stuff in there for you guys, and eventually we'll have courses and everything. But for now, this is a completely free and will always still be a free community for all of my UGC people, content creators. If you want to get into TikTok shop, like I've done all of that myself. So I have a lot of experience and contacts I can help you out with too if it's something that I don't know. But I also want to create a community where we all come together and we help one another, because I feel like this is one of those areas that are kind of gate kept, and there's really no reason for it because there's work for everybody and there's brands popping up every single day. And guess what? They need UGC creators. They need someone to promote their products. So that's where we come in. But anyways, kind of went on to a little tangent. So you were at the very beginning stages of your UGC journey. You joined my free Discord group and you're part of the community. Welcome to the Black Suit Creators, by the way. But you don't know like what to do next. So a lot of people will argue portfolio versus no portfolio, yada, yada, yada. We'll go more in depth with it, but the short answer is yes, get a portfolio. It makes no sense to me personally why people argue about portfolios. Actors, actresses have portfolios, models have portfolios. You're in a creative space and you need to show off your work, so why would you not have a portfolio? Now, that isn't to say that brands will always ask for a portfolio, because that's just not the case. I've been a content creator for years and I have had many brand deals and just outside UGC work that didn't require a portfolio. But guess what? You should always have one anyway, and constantly updating it as you get better. I've been in this for over, 10 years at this point with all of my experience combined, and I still constantly upgrade my portfolio because I constantly am wanting to fine-tune my skills and get better, because guess what? This industry changes and you always want to be able to adapt. Because if you watched my first video that I posted on this channel, the key thing that I said that I want you to take away from any of this is that you need to be able to adapt, because if you can't adapt, you will not make it, because you are an entrepreneur, you are creative, and you need to be able to adapt in this industry or you will fail. Hooks are always changing, scripts are always changing, the buyer, the consumer is always changing. You have to adapt with them, because the way that people buy is not the same way people bought 10 years ago, and that'll be the same for 10 years in the future. So you always got to be able to adapt and ready to pivot and ready to go, because guess what? If you won't be able to, someone else will. So that's my little mini tangent with that. So get a portfolio. And you may be wondering, well, Vic, what do I do? I've never, even shown off a product, whatever. Here's what I have to say for that. So here's, I need you to pick 3 different, well, first, let's backtrack. So I recommend, first things first, pick a niche that you feel comfortable, confident, and honestly, you're passionate about and that you actually like. Because there's so many, again, we'll go into it later on in future videos, but so many people want to argue, oh, get into tech UGC. That's where the money is. Great. And if you are a money-making machine and that's all that you want to think about is money, we'll get into that. I'll show you, I'll pivot you in the right direction of where there's only money. But what I found in myself and other creatives is that's what we are, creatives. So we have to be able to be passionate and creative in what we do. Yes, the money is a huge motivating factor. Don't get me wrong, and we all have bills to pay. However, being creative is a big part of it. Getting burnt out is part of it. And mindset is part of it. And being creative and expressing how you feel about a product and getting to show it off and coming up with new ideas, hooks, like this is all fun. And if you don't like the product or the industry, the niche that you're in, you're going to get burnt out faster. It's inevitable, no matter how much money you're making. I mean, unless that's just all you care about is money, which, hey, I've met people like that. That's whatever. But eventually there will be creator burnout. You won't be passionate about what you do, which will lead to mindset issues, which will lead to making it harder for you to get out of bed every morning because you just don't like your job. And what's the point of not liking this job? Like, why are you here? Just go get a typical 9 to 5 and just pay your bills and do what you need to do to get by. Why would you do that in this space when you have the freedom and the opportunity to pick what you want, to show off what you want, to express like your creative self in this industry? Like, that's like part of it, not just choosing your schedule and making money. Like, it's freedom, it's creative freedom. And yes, you are working for brands and there's specific products that you're going to have to show off, whatever, that you might not be as passionate about as others. However, at the end of the day, if you're in the right niche and if you're passionate and you love what you do, well, guess what? Your mindset's going to be better. You're going to be more excited to wake up the next day and do your job and not be going, ugh, I have 3 videos that I got to post tomorrow. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants to watch that. And it's inevitably, you're going to go broke and the brand's going to go broke, because why the heck would they be spending a lot of money keeping you around? I wouldn't. So anyway, another mini tangent. Pick the niche that you're excited for. So when you pick the niche that you want, whether it's beauty, lifestyle, gym stuff, tech, whatever it is, I recommend, if you're brand new, playing around with it a little bit. So I like to do things in 3s. So pick 3 products. And if you want, you could pick 3 different niches. Get a feel for what feels more comfortable to you, where you're most confident, where you're passionate about, what like makes you excited. Like, oh my goodness, I can show off this product from this angle. And oh, I have a really cool hook idea for this one. And this is what I like. You, not only are you a creator, but you're also a buyer. So how would you promote a product that would make you personally want to buy? Boing. So that's something to think about. So I recommend that. Pick a niche, pick 3 products and show them off. So there will be different, and I'll go into script writing in another video, so stay tuned. But this is just basic, get you by, get you introduced, and get you like freaking pumped, because this is the best job ever. So anyway, pick a niche and pick 3 products and just start showing them off. Like, show how you're excited you are. But I will say, before you get into like, well, what do I do about a script? Pick a hook. Focus on the hook. You need to get that viewer's attention in like the first 2 to 3 seconds. You have, like, this is so important. And again, we'll break, like, script is, there's so many layers to a script. So I can't just throw all that in one video. But for now, focus on a hook. What would make you want to buy this lip gloss? Like, literally, since I've been in sales, I'm sure you guys have heard the sell me this pen thing, right? Sell me this lip gloss. And I'm thinking about buying this. I'm looking at it, but I'm like, I don't know. Sell me this lip gloss, if you can keep a hold of it. I can't sell the feature that it won't fly out of your hands, because then I just lied. And we don't lie. Pick up this lip gloss and like sell it to me. When I pick this lip gloss up, what do you notice about this lip gloss? Pick 3 features that you think that the buyer will be like, oh my goodness, this lip gloss is like immaculate. And don't say things like, this lip gloss is not like any other lip gloss I've ever had before. Oh my goodness. That's when you start sounding salesy. And again, that's future video stuff, but we do not want to sound salesy. Buyers are not stupid. That's another thing. Log that in your thick brain. Log that in the noggin. Buyers aren't stupid, and they're getting smarter by the day. So don't be stupid. They're not stupid. No stupidity allowed. Sell me this lip gloss. You saw this. Like, what makes you want to buy a lip gloss? When you're perusing on the interwebs, what makes you want to buy a lip gloss? There's your hook. And then just go from there. And I personally like story time ads, because for one, it feels more personal. You add like a personal thing. And 2, another big thing that I'm going to teach you guys is we make ads that don't sound like ads. Any good agency, any good guru, or whatever you want to label me as, any of those people in the industry know that a good ad, for one, does not sound like an ad. Because why? It ties back to what I always tell you. Do not sound salesy. The buyer is not stupid, so don't treat them like they're stupid. Why would you want to buy this lip gloss? Is this the most amazing lip gloss you've ever put on your lips? Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody cares. Because I know you're lying. Because I have like 10 lip glosses in my purse, okay? And not a single one of them is the best lip gloss that I've ever put on my lips. But I bought them for different reasons. So now I need you to think, what are your reasons? Why did you buy it? And do some little market research on that. Like, why did someone buy it? Anyway, we've yapped too much about a lip gloss. But do this with 3 products and just kind of like, no, don't critique yourself too hard, because you don't want to be like, oh, I'm the worst UGC creator ever. No, pause. Just get into the swing of things. Get in the feel for it. See what comes naturally to you. What are you excited to talk about? Anyways, do that with the script. And don't worry about like you need some fancy portfolio. If anything, go on Canva, the free one, and do the little video template one. This is one I use forever. Brands don't care, because guess what? Brands want you to get to the point. We'll get into portfolio building too. That's another future video. But to give you the gist of it, so give you the bare, like, here you go. Woohoo! Set you free and you start your little journey of this beautiful, beautiful journey of UGC. Just get something out there. That's the thing. Just start, get something, because you sitting there critiquing yourself going, well, so-and-so has a 3-page UGC portfolio, and brands want 3 things. They want to see who you are, like, where are you based out of? Like, who are you? What style, like, what niche, what are you comfortable with? How are you going to show off their product? How are you going to make them money? Because you are the brand's moneymaker. And if you're not making the money, goodbye, you're toast. You're getting replaced. I'm sorry, that doesn't want it. You're getting replaced. And then third, what was third? Oh, numbers, examples, and numbers. They want numbers. You're brand new, more than likely, so you don't have that, and that's fine, and you can state that. But here's the thing, be honest, because brands will appreciate that too. If you just be honest and be like, hey, I'm new, the numbers aren't there yet, but here's my potential, this is what I got going on, this is my dream, this is my passion, but this is proof. Give them proof, show them examples. Don't be just sitting there yapping, I'm gonna work really hard, guys. They don't care, they're a business, they want to make money. They don't care if you're like some cutesy little sunflower girl in West Virginia. They don't care. They want to know that they're going to make money because you were their money maker. Sell yourself. That's what's the beauty of, I guess it worked out what I've done with having the sales background and content creator, because they go hand in hand. You have to be able to sell yourself as a creator, and you have to show the brand that you could sell their product. Boom. Easy peasy, right? Comfortable making videos, and I know it may be tough, and it may be awkward as heck, and you may be like, oh my God, this is cringy. Doesn't matter. We've all been cringy. Heck, I've been doing this for over a decade, and guess what? I'm still cringy. I'm probably pretty cringy in this video, to be honest, but whatever. Used to it. You know, you just don't care anymore, because I love what I do, and I make money from it, and I get to help people in the process to also make money. So win, 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 win. Yeah, okay. So anyway, get used to in the camera, pick your products, do that, and just do little sample videos. Do like 30 seconds or less, unless you're doing a story time. That one could be fluctuating a little bit. So I would just aim for 30 seconds or less. Make sure also, this is just another little future thing. We'll critique more in future videos, but for now, try to watch the filler words. You kind of got to get to the point. A lot of info quickly, but not too much info and not a whole lot of filler words, but also sound like an actual person, because you're not an influencer, so don't try to be like one. And you're also not going to be salesy, okay? You're a salesperson, content creator, so you got to be able to sell yourself and sell a product, but you're not going to sound like one, okay? You are an everyday person, and brands want everyday people showing their everyday products. Yeah. Don't do a lot of heavy editing. Keep it clean, keep it professional, and put them on a Canva template. It could be 1 or 2 pages. I look at it very similar to, like, I mean, this is your content creator resume, your UGC portfolio resume, right? It's your resume. So what do they even say about your resumes for like 9-to-5s and stuff? You don't want like 10 pages and a dissertation as to why you're so amazing. They don't care. Get to the point, show them who you are quickly and why they should choose you quickly. Even if you're new, it doesn't matter. There's work to go around. I've helped a lot of my friends get jobs pretty quickly too, like literally within a week. There's so many brands out there, guys, and they're showing up every day. There's plenty of work to go around for all of us. But yeah, I know you might be very motivated by money, and that will come, but I also want to be realistic and honest and upfront with you guys. This is going to take a lot of work, and you're going to need the skill set to get there. So don't think you could just pop in and get like $1,000 base or a freaking $10,000 retainer and just like, woohoo, I'm going to go on a cruise ship now and my fancy little yacht and hot models and money. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't happen that way. Can you get to that point? Yes, but also get, and I know everyone says this, but like be passionate about it. Like if you're not passionate about it, there's like several other ways to make money. Like drop shipping works, guys. Being a content creator works. Streaming works. TikTok shop works. I've done all of it. It works. But at the end of the day, it's what you're passionate about and what you could see yourself doing long term, to where you're not only making money, but you're actually happy making that money. You're not a miserable old fart sitting there going, well, I gotta post my TikTok shop videos today or I'm gonna go broke. Woo! Nobody wants to buy from you if you sound like that. Just saying. So be passionate and happy about what you do. And if you don't, if you're listening to this video and you're like, oh my God, this does not sound fun, then go to crypto. That works too. Day trading. I got friends that do day trading. That works. I ain't doing all that. I hate looking at the candle things. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do it. Could I learn it and make lots of money? Probably. I have the connections to do so, but I don't want to because it sounds dumb. I don't want to do it. I want to tell you why you should buy this lip gloss. That should be enough to get you started. I've yapped too much, but there's a good starting point. Get your portfolio. I don't care what any of these people say and they're arguing yapping gurus. Get yourself a portfolio. And not every brand's going to ask for it. Not every brand's going to want one. But it's also good to have it just in case. And it's a further little nudge to the brand that you care about what you're doing. You take it seriously. And also you could track your progress. Because once you keep updating, you're going to be like, dang, I kind of low-key sucked back then, but look at me now. And that's going to motivate you even more. And then you're going to make more money. And then that's going to motivate you even more. And it's just a snowball effect of good yumminess. This is a profession. The brands need you. But they need you to make money. So take it seriously, okay? Because you are the brand's moneymaker. So start acting like one. All right, that's all I have to say for this one. But don't forget to join the Discord. It's a free community. I'm going to be posting a lot of free resources in there as well. And also, it's just good to network with other UGC creators, learn from each other, critique each other, because that is how you get better. Just like dancing around on eggshells over this topic and running around with your massive unhealed ego is not what's going to make you money, and that's not what's going to get you a good reputation in the industry either. So be willing to learn, be willing to adapt, be willing to network and get to know other UGC creators, because that's another way that you're going to snowball into success. So Discord link in whatever. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'm really excited. Yeah, I think the next one we're going to go a little bit more in depth with portfolios. Maybe I'll show you like a real quick one, maybe some examples in the next video, but I'll figure it out. But in the meantime, stay tuned. See you guys in the next one. Bye.